What about Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah? Are you concerned about him?
I think, ironically, right, because this is a guy who plays out of structure a lot, but he's one of those guys who needs structure around him in order for him to be great. And I think where he ends up landing this year as a player, and where we want him to be is going to really depend on how well this team holds up maintaining a structure around him. How well does everybody stay disciplined and do what they need to do, or be where they're supposed to be on the defense around him? Because if they do that, that allows him to do things that make him special. And I think he'll have a special year. If it's a little bit more shaky on that front, then I expect him to have, a year more similar to his rookie year, or more than a breakout.
When you think of a Jim Schwartz defense, they usually are able to push the line of scrimmage back a little bit. They play in the backfield. They play in the offensive backfield. How much does that play into what Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah does well?
It'd be interesting, right? Because I wonder if they're going to use him more instead of having him blitz. They're going to use him more as a coverage kind of safety net, just in case a quarterback tries to get rid of the ball quickly. And in that kind of scenario, he's quick enough to where he could be very dangerous kind of playing that shallow field. So I think that would be a great spot for him, especially if they're going to be super aggressive and they expect the quarterback to recognize that. He could be out of position when the quarterback makes that initial read, but is fast enough to get in position to be able to make some pass breakups or even some interceptions.
The one thing about Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, my thought, you want a lot of green in front of him so he can come downhill. If you can allow him to play downhill, he's gonna do what you want him to do, and he's gonna be special.
And what do teams do when they start getting blitzed a lot? When their ability to maintain a pocket becomes an issue, they start to play, instead of playing vertical, they start to play more horizontal, right? Screens, shovels, sweeps, and everything else like that to try to get away from the defensive line. And when you do that, that's where Grant Delpit and I think JOK really shine.